Okay, we pick up this suspended game in the top of the 8th, tied at 2-2 at Jefferson, and Jefferson ace Tim O'Shea starts off the inning with this strikeout for the Falcons. But Zach Nowitzki gets on base here for the Braves with this one-out single to right for Newton, which hadn't played in 10 days. The Braves eventually load the bases before Tim O'Shea wiggles out of the jam by getting this pop-up to second base, and we're still knotted at 2. Let's go to the bottom of the 8th, and Nolan Lehman of Jefferson rips this 2-out single to center field to get the Falcons rolling. James Stokes then makes a bid to end the game here for Jefferson as he sends one to the gap and right, but Newton center fielder Alex Price chases it down, and we head to the top of the 9th. And Cody Samiski of Newton serves this opposite field single to right with 1 out in the top of the 9th as the Braves look to strike. But Tim O'Shea works out of trouble again for Jefferson with his inning-ending strikeout to leave Samiski stranded at first. Now watch Newton play some great defense here on the bunt as Jake Winch makes the play, and watch the nice scoop by Samiski at first for the putout for the second out of the inning. And the play proves to be big as Tim O'Shea cracks this opposite field double to get into scoring position in the very next at-bat for the Falcons. But Newton pitcher Tim Conklin ends the inning here by getting the pop out to strand O'Shea at second, and we're still tied, folks. All right, top of the 10th we go, and watch this great play by O'Shea as he makes this stab to rob Zach Nowitzki of a hit as he makes the put out at first. And Newton flashes a leather here in the bottom of the 10th. Watch Cody Samiski make the diving catch on the bunt attempt as we go to the top of the 11th in this SAIL showdown. Okay, Jake Winch tries to untie the score here for Newton as he sends a long fly ball to right, but it's just a long out for the Braves. And Tim O'Shea caps the 1-2-3 inning here with another strikeout for Jefferson as the Falcons look to win the game in their half of the inning. And they get that inning off on the right foot here as James Casca drills this double to the gap and right with 1 out for the Falcons. Okay, folks, here's the play of the game. After intentionally walking Tim O'Shea, Nick Beckman steps in, sends a line drive to center field. But watch Alex Price. He steps in, recovers, and makes a great catch to save the day for the Braves. Wow, great play by Price. All right, we go to the top of the 12th, and Paul Billing of Newton leads off with the single past a diving Jose Diaz at shortstop as Newton looks to get a rally going. And after a perfect DJ Meisinger sack bunt, watch Zach Nowitzki deliver this clutch RBI single to left, and Billing races all the way home, and Newton leads 3-2 as Nowitzki takes second on the throw. And then 2 batters later, Kyle Spence adds to the lead here with this run-scoring single to right to chase on Nowitzki, and Newton now holds a 4-2 lead. And Newton caps the win here and spoils Jefferson's shot at a share of the SAIL title as Tim Conklin catches his little liner as Newton wins the final SAIL baseball game ever with a 4-2 victory over the Falcons at Jefferson.
We came out with a purpose. We wanted to ruin their season, basically. We came out here to win. We don't want to lose.
Felt nice. It was a little tired all day, and I kind of didn't want to come all the way here because it's a far trip for just a couple innings, but it's definitely a good way to end it.
It felt good. If we had to come down here, we might as well win. Just didn't want to go back with a loss.
Zach Nowitzki's been a tough hitter all season. He came up with the biggest hit of the year for the Newton Braves.
Last 2 at-bats, he'd been pitching me outside to come back in with fastball, and that's what he did again. So I just turned on it.
Zach's a great hitter, and he had a good hit his first time up. Second time up, he swung with some bad pitches and took himself out of that at bat. I knew if he got a good pitch to hit, he's switch hitter, so hitting from the right side's been he hasn't been able to swing from that side that much this year. But I knew if he got a good pitch to hit, he'll put a move on it. He's going to hit it hard somewhere, and he found a hole with it. And we had our fastest guy on second, so it helped. And he was going anyway. But at that point, when you get this late in the game, you're gonna take chances at the plate.
Newton hadn't played in 10 days since its state tournament loss to Wilkes Valley. So on the bus ride down, the Braves figured if we're going to come down here, we might as well win.
I think after that first pitch, we were set. We were set to win, basically.
10 days, and we found out Friday night when they lost that we were going to be playing Monday. We actually got together last Thursday. We had a practice. We owed it to the conference to play this thing, not to come up here and just mail it in. We owed it to the conference, and our attitude was, what, if they're going to make us come up here and play, we might as well win it. And I got great character kids that have been like this. They get on the field, and it really doesn't matter to them. It doesn't matter if it's a state game, if it's a conference game, whatever. They play hard, and most of them I've had for 4 years, and it's kind of sad because this is the last day with them, but what a great way to go out for them.
The administration in Newton helped form the SAIL 30-plus years ago, so it only seems fitting that the Braves got the final win in league history.
It feels nice. I didn't really realize that, but it definitely feels nice. It feels weird, though, not knowing that I won't be here next year.
Well, it feels good. Like I said, winning feels good. But yeah, it should end.
I think for a long time, this conference, baseball-wise, Newton was the big name up here. I come from Morris County, so I mean, whenever we talked about Sussex County SCIL, it was always Newton. So yeah, I think it was fitting that they'd be on the field last in the last year for the SCIL.